Assalamu alaikum. Today's video is going to be different because in today's video I'm not going to teach you anything. In today's video I'm going to give you a video demonstration of my recent project named StudentBook. It is a special kind of social media platform type of project which is a revamped social media platform for educational institution, and we call it the only social media that you need for your education and career needs. So this is the project repository. Don't worry about the source code because the source code is going to be linked in this video description anyway. So here you go. I have provided all of the details you might need to launch this project locally on your system. So here is the demonstration, and let me talk about the technologies I have used in this project. So in the front end, I have used React Router, Sass, Tailwind CSS, Axios, React Toastify, Material UI icon, React icon, and Hero icon. In the backend, I have used Node.js, Express.js, MySQL as the database, Bcrypt.js, Chords, Martyr, Moment, Express Validator, Express Async Handler, and something more. And here is the installation. All right. And here you get team users credential. Here I have provided with some test users credential which you can use to test the application. For now, I have created three types of users here: student, faculty, and staff. Then comes the team member, then project feature, and here I have provided my ERD and schema, and a video description is coming soon which is being recorded right now. And here you go with some screenshots. All right, now let me simply launch this project locally. So here, the API directory contains our backend and the client directory contains our frontend. So first of all, I have to ensure that I have imported this schema into my database client, MySQL client, of course. And for now, I would recommend you to use MySQL Workbench because that is what I used in this project as well. So I have already imported that. And first of all, after importing the schema into the MySQL Workbench, firstly, I need to run the backend server. So API, here I can open my terminal, and I have already installed all the necessary dependencies and so on. So I am not worrying about that right now. But if you are cloning this project for the first time, make sure to read all the instructions given in the project repository for installing necessary dependencies and configuration and so on and so forth. All right, so npm start. Yes, you see that our API is working. Now I need to run my frontend server, or you can say frontend, whatever you may want to call it, npm run dev. So here you go. It has opened to the port in localhost 5173. All right. Now, the necessary thing. I have used protected route, but for showing purpose, maybe I have disabled it, so it's getting me to the home page. But as it is in the protected route, you won't see any post or something that loading here because the user is not logged in right now. So I can manually go to login page. This is the login page, and from here you can register a new user. So obviously you can't register another user having the same username. For now, let me give you an example here. I am getting the database of my existing user. So for now, let's say I want to create another user named Isra. So the username I am giving right now is Isra. Name, let's say Isra Khan 2, occupation student, email israk@gmail.com, password, let's say our default password 1111. Register. You see, user already exists. So you can't register a new user having the same username. All right. So let's say I'm gonna name it something different, Isra2. And let me show you an amazing thing. We have secured the password as well. So let me give you an example first. So let's say I want to register this user using 1111 this password. Let me show you my database. The user has not registered yet. You see, the user has not registered yet, and you see the user password is different. Let me show you whether it actually becomes different or not. So 1111, I'm simply copying it and I am pasting the same thing here. So you see that the password is actually 111141. All right. Now if I simply register and if I simply run it, you see that the user has been registered successfully, but you see the password is different. Why is that? Because we have used bcrypt.js to encrypt the password. So if our database gets leaked or something like that, like some breach might happen in our database, but the user's password is protected because we are not storing the raw password in our database. After getting the password from the user during the registration process, we are using bcrypt.js to encrypt the password to something else. And we are storing in that encrypted, we are storing that encrypted password in our database right now. You see the password here. You already know that I have used 1111 as the password for start2 user, but the password I am getting in the database is completely different. The reason is that we are using bcrypt.js to encrypt our password to something else. All right. But if the user enters the exact password, our API, or you can say our backend server, is capable of cross-checking the exact password with our hashed password and detect whether the user is an authorized user or not. So for now, let's say I'm getting to login panel. The username was start2 and password was 41. If I simply log in, you see I'm getting the login page. So you see that our website is working correctly and our hashed password is also working correctly. Here I am getting the user's full name, but you see that the picture is broken. It's because when we want to register a user, we don't have that option to add a profile image. But if an user wants, definitely he or she can add a new profile picture or change their profile picture, full name or something like that. We haven't introduced any method to change the username because the username is already unique, but definitely we can do that later. All right. Now I know that you would say that instead of giving this type of broken image, we could have used some temporary image or something like that. Yes, we can do that. I might have implemented that later. All right. So for now, let me give this user new profile image and cover image. So for that, for now, let's say I'm gonna grab some images from pixels. Pixels.com. This is a female account, so I should introduce this with some female related images. So let's say I'm going to choose this image as the profile image. And for the cover image, it can be something like, what should I put here? Let's say this. Okay. All right. I have grabbed my necessary profile picture and cover picture. Now it's time to update this user. So this is the user. I haven't added any location or something like that, so it is currently empty. But definitely we can add some mechanism for hiding these sections if the user hasn't updated it yet. So I can simply update it, cover image. Let's say I'm gonna add these as the cover image, and profile image, it's going to be like this. Full name is Khan2. Let's say I'm gonna name it something like Israt Alum, or let's say change the full name to something like Alicia. City, let's say city, I'm gonna name it something like Toronto. Website alicia.com and update. You see the profile picture and cover picture has been updated and the rest of them has been updated successfully. This is a student's account, so it's showing that this user is a student. And here the user can change the Calendly icon to add her specific appointment things or Google Meet link or something else. And as the user hasn't posted anything yet, so his profile is kind of empty. All right. So what happens when a user creates an account? Before that, let me simply log out and log in again to show you whether the update is persistent or not. I'm simply logging out this, log out successful. This is our toaster. And if I go to my database and reload again, you see that this user's data has been updated successfully with the cover image and user profile image and so on. And another interesting thing is that whenever a user adds any picture to his or her, let's say, profile picture, cover image, or post, all of the images are getting stored in our local server. So we have introduced a local server under the client as the public, and here you see all of the images we have used so far is getting stored here. So this is the image I have used as the cover photo, and this is the image I have used as the profile picture. All of them are getting uploaded in our this server as well. So there you go. Now it's time to log into this new user again. So the name would be sat2 and the password is 1111. Login. All right, you see that all of the name and data has been updated and stayed persistent as we really want. And by default, when a user creates any account, he or she is following all the existing users we have in our platform. All right, but if a user thinks to unfollow someone, he won't get any post or something like that of that user. All right, so let me give you an example first. And definitely a user can check another user's profile. Let's say this user is Alicia, but she wants to check Jane Doe's profile. So if I simply click here, Jane Doe, you see this is Jane Doe's profile, and I am currently following her as well, because as I have just told you, whenever a user creates a new account into our platform, he or she is following everyone in that platform by default. And it is actually quite natural, I think, because whenever a new user comes, he or she don't know, or you can see he or she doesn't know about the other users. So as I haven't introduced any explore type of section here, so by default they are following each other. But if they don't want to do that, they can definitely unfollow others. All right, so let me give you with some example how this relationship actually works. So you see that I am receiving Jane Doe's post because I am following her. But if let's say I'm gonna keep it simple like this, if I unfollow her, the post would get removed instantly from my newsfeed. So I am simply unfollowing her. You see, the post has been removed instantly. But if I follow her, you see that her post appear again with the date and so on. So you see, that's how our relationship works. And obviously one user can like another user's post and add comments. I am commenting. All right, share the post as well, and you see all of them in the descending order according to our timeline. I mean, in which time they commented, in which time they posted, or something like that. Cool, right? And let's say Alicia now wants to add a new post. So let's say, hello, I am Alicia. I have gone to some amazing places recently. I would really like to meet you out someday. And I can add an image. Let's say I'm adding the cover image. This is the preview. And if I click share, you see that it's getting shared as well. And if I check Alicia's profile, you see that as she already made a post, so the post is also in her account as well. I mean, users, every posts you would get in her profile as always. And definitely we have our most wanted dark mode and light mode switching theme, or switching feature, you can say. It's kind of obvious. And let me log out from this profile for now. Log out successful. All right, now let me log into another profile. So I'm simply using the localhost login section for now, and I'm going to use some test users credential. So for now, let's say I want to enter to Jane's account. So sorry about that. Where it is Jane, and the password is drop. All right. So username is Jane and password is drop. So this is Jane's account. She is saying Alicia. Alicia has posted a minute ago. And obviously, let me show you whether this data is getting entered into our database or not. So we have a post table, and here you see post ID is 126, and this is Alicia's post, Alicia's image, user ID, post creation time, and user full name, obviously. And definitely this image is also available in our database and cloud as well, not cloud, our server where we are storing all of the images as well. All right, so here you go. And let's say Jane can like her profile, check her profile, obviously, as by default she is also following Alicia, but if she doesn't want to follow Alicia, he can simply unfollow her and she won't see anything about Alicia ever again into her newsfeed. How cool is that, right? And let's say we want to explore more of our this social media platform. So all right, this is our home page and we have an article page. Here we can see articles of the other users, and if I want I can add my article as well. So let's say article about StudentBook, and I am adding something. Let's say I have recently observed a new social media platform that is exclusive to students. Make sure to check student. Oh. Here I have planned to use a different type of text editor where you can use markdown format. If I get the chance, I would might enlist that later. All right, and if I simply submit this article posted successfully, and you see that article is right here. We have added ascending order, so the first article is the article that were posted in the last, but obviously I am going to add a filtering section here by which you can filter whether you want to view all of the article from a specific user or from a specific role, let's say student, faculty, alumni, or something else. All right, so I can read another article, and if I want to delete article, I can delete only mine article. So for example, I want to delete this article which I have just posted. I can simply click on delete and the article deleted successfully. It's not appearing here again. And I have an announcement section here. I can provide any announcement I want. I can check another announcement, but definitely I can't delete others announcement because I'm not that user. So let's say I'm gonna introduce a new announcement, and I am adding something blah 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 blah, but definitely I'm not recommending you to do that. Make sure to write valid announcement if you want. I want the dark mode so badly. All right, so new announcement blah blah blah, submit. Announcement posted successfully. Here I have introduced a descending order, so the latest announcement is going to appear in the first, and obviously I can delete my announcement as well. Okay, and here I have a job portal where I can introduce recruiter's full name, company name, website, official LinkedIn page, official Twitter or X, which is getting rebranded as X, official Facebook page, email address, job description, job requirement, salary range, and I can submit it data. Here you see that another user has already submitted a job announcement, and we can see it here. So let's create a new job circular, shall we? So let's say Jane Doe. Let's say the recruiter's full name is Jane Haley. Company name, let's say Xcorp. Website, let's say xcorp.com. LinkedIn page, let's say https, let's say xcorp. Official Twitter X, let's say xcorp. Official Facebook page, let's say this doesn't have any Facebook page because this is an international platform and it actually doesn't rely on Facebook page, so I can simply keep it blank as for now. And email address, let's say hr at the rate of xcorp dot gmail.com. Let me simply give it different name like this. Job description, let's say I'm gonna introduce something like uh, you have to be fluent in Node.js. Let me give it in the job requirement, and let's say if you are interested, then make sure to attach your CV in the email address. I know this job description and job requirement sounds silly, but I'm simply giving you a demo, so I'm not considering useful facts or something like that. You can modify it however you want. I'm simply introducing you how you can do that. All right, and let's say salary and something like 60,000 USD. And submit. Please enter a URL. Oops, the website needs HTTP. It's like submit. Oops, I have made these mandatory, so I need to introduce a Facebook URL as well. Doesn't matter, I can use it for. Let's see, submit. Job posted successfully, and here you go. Our job post is right here, and if I want, I can simply delete our job here. All right, and this is the LMS section, UCAM section. If I click on LMS, this is taking me to my LMS. If I clicking on UCAM, this is taking me my university's UCAM, and here we have some shortcuts. Let's say GitHub, then Stack Overflow, then Gmail, then ResearchGate, then LeetCode, then tuition fee payment to Dhaka Bank of my university, Bikash, LinkedIn, FreeCodeCamp, Coursera, Goodreads, Quora. All right, and if I want, I can search for a user, let's say Alicia, and I can see their CGPA as well if they have one. I wasn't interested in creating this feature, but as my faculty from my university insisted me for doing so, I have introduced this feature. If a user has any CGPA, it's going to appear here. So let's say Shahjahan Khan, the CGPA is null. Let me simply check a user which has this CGPA. So let's see, student travel. Let's say Mo. Let me go to the dark modes. Mo. I'm not sure whether I'm using the right keyword for it. Let me check it again. Sadia Afrin Mo. You see, Sadia Afrin Mo has got 3.99 CGPA, so here you go. And now let me log into different users and let me show you how that actually works. So all right, this is Alicia. I can simply log out from my Jendros account, so I can simply log out and let me log into something different. For example, our faculty's profile is for 1212, so is for 1212 login. So I have successfully logged into this account. I can check my account, I can update them as well. I have already showed you that, so I don't think I need to do that again for you right now. 9 days ago. All right, I have one like 12 comment or something like that. So I can simply go to my home page. I can see Alicia has joined and made her post. I can like her post. For now, let me create something. Let's say I want to create an article, and let's say new topic, as she is a faculty, new topic for tomorrow's SAD exam. Make sure to study. Oops. Nope, it should be in the announcement section, right? Make sure to study all the slides I have provided for you in the LMS for the exam. I have added this announcement, and I can provide some article preparation for question solve session. For question solve session, try to solve all the previous questions that are given in the LMS portal, and blah blah blah. I know that this doesn't sound right as the article, but you guess what it is, right? So I can create a new article, and job portal for now I have only job, because the other one I have deleted from Alicia's account because Alicia posted it, and that's it for now. All right, so I can log out from this account, and let's say I'm logging into a staff's account, Anisul, and the password. So this is Anisul's account. All right, cool. And I'm seeing other articles, I'm seeing other announcement, all of them is present here. Let's say Anisul wants to give another job portal, so let's say I'm gonna name it something like Jane Haley Joy Company. Let's say something different. Okay, 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 that sounds nice. And let's say salary is 60,000. Submit. The job posted successfully, and this is the job. So you understand the point, right? So there you go. This is our full-fledged. We are calling it for now, but I know that there are a lot of things to be implemented later. If we get the chance, I can implement those later. I haven't added our this project to any cloud server yet, but I might within 2 or 3 days. And if you have any question or any suggestion, then you can feel free to reach out to me. You can obviously check my GitHub account at a time to see whether I have made any updates or something like that. And there you go. This is the student book.